Hey watch fans, Brad from Brent Miller Jewelers. Today I have for us two of the newer Breitling Superoceans back in stock here. I don't think I've had the turquoise dial in stock, so this is the first time I think I've actually done a video on it. And I can't remember if I had a black one in when we initially got these at the launch or not, but I have the 42 millimeter black back in stock. These two just came back in. Still have the white and blue 42 that I've done a couple videos on, but I haven't had the black in a while in the 42 case. So I thought I'd grab it as well today. So real quick, dimensions on both of these again. 44 millimeter here on the rubber, 42 on the steel. And that measurement is from essentially the 2 to the 8 on both of them, and then they're true to size across the bezel, 3 to 9 too. So across that black ceramic bezel insert, true to size, 44 and 42. Crystal on the 44, I measured at 33.8 millimeters across the crystal from 3 to 9, and 1 millimeter smaller, 32.8 on the crystal for the 42. I did measure these again, case thickness. 12.8 is what I got on the 44, and 12.6 here on the 42. So essentially the same case thickness. And then a 49.8 lug to lug coming in just under 50 on the 44, and 47.2, which is pretty good on a 42 millimeter, pretty compact at 47.2 millimeters on this 42 millimeter. 22 millimeter lug width on the rubber, tapering down to 18. Back out to 21.5 millimeters at the clasp here. That's the width of the actual clasp. And then on the 42, also 22 millimeters. 22 millimeter lug width on this one as well. Down to 18 here at the last link. Sorry, I got some fingerprints on those polished center links. And then the clasp is an even 21. So the clasp is slightly larger. I measured that a couple times to make sure. 21 and a half versus 21 on these two models. Both of them solid stainless steel case backs, both using the same Breitling caliber 17 movement, 38 hours of power reserve. Both of them signed, screw down crowns, 300 meters of water resistance. And let's see, the weight on these, the rubber strap weighed in at 139.8 grams versus on the 42 stainless steel, 172.6. So certainly going to feel a lot lighter on the rubber strap. Both of them have the on-the-fly micro adjustability. Just push this in and allow that to slide. Rubber strap, you're going to cut. I always say measure 3 times, cut once on these rubber straps. Easier to cut one than cut it too short and need to get a new strap. So same thing, again, micro on the bracelet. You can just push in. I have some tape here, and then that just slides in. So really nice micro adjustability. Again, I've said these in prior videos. I am a fan of the redesign of these. I think they look great. And if you haven't watched any of these videos since the first time you're seeing me review them, one of my favorite features of these new watches, obviously I like the slimmer case profile, I like the smaller lug to lug, but the bezel action on these is great. Just to show you, it's not just one, it's all sizes. Last but not least, price on these, on the rubber strap, retail is $4,700. On the stainless steel bracelet here for the 42, $4,850. Let me throw these both on wrist real quick. The 42 would be the way I would go for my 6 3/4 inch wrist, but if you want this turquoise dial, you are going to have to wear a 44 millimeter watch. Unfortunately, they do not offer this in the 42. So again, 50 millimeters lug tip to lug tip on a 44. To kind of give you an idea, that same measurement, that same lug to lug dimension there across those two lugs is essentially the same thing on the 42 millimeter Omega Seamaster 300M, as well as the 41 millimeter Tudor Black Bay. So both of those, all three of those, really the same lug to lug. So you do have a larger 44 millimeter case, but I don't think it really wears like a true 44 because of that more compact lug to lug and a pretty slim case profile at right around 12.5 millimeters thick. So if you like the turquoise and you want that color, don't be scared off by the 44 millimeter case. And again, I'll show you the 42. Let me hit the lights. I'll give you a loom shot quick and we'll wrap this one up. I say it all the time and I mean it. If there's anything I can do for you, if there's a video you want to see, a comparison I can do, shoot me an email, brad@brentlmiller.com. Always happy to help out. Thanks for viewing, and we'll see you in the next video.